I just handled a supervised release hearing for a client in federal court. Supervised release is essentially parole in federal court. Once you're done with your prison time, then you're placed on supervised release for a set period of time. Now, my client was on supervised release for 5 years. They revoked her in the last week of her supervised release for a number of issues that took place over the course of the prior 2 years. A lot of small things along the way, which is why she wasn't revoked earlier. And then it comes down to, well, what do we do with her? She admitted to the violation. She admitted that she did the things that the probation officer alleged. But what should happen to her? And this is where the courts really need to look at, and the court did a very good job today of looking at the other factors involved. Unfortunately, she'd had a couple of deaths in her family, including her own daughter, who was murdered by her daughter's boyfriend. Her daughter had 5 children. Now she takes care of those 5 children. She's their legal guardian. That wasn't by a choice. It was a tragedy that led to that happening. So the judge really took that into account when looking at what's the proper disposition here. The federal sentencing guidelines, which is kind of a basis for what should happen, said 8 to 14 months, given the violations, the grade of her violations, and her criminal history. But when you start to look at all the other factors involved, which a judge is obligated to do, taking care of those children is a big one. While she was on supervised release, she got her college degree. She's working towards her master's degree. She's going to graduate with her master's degree next April. She's starting a food truck. She's held down a job the whole time. She's really done a great job, but she did have these violations. So happily, after the judge heard all of the factors around her life, the things that are going on currently, the judge gave her credit for time served, which was only 3 days while this was all pending a little bit before she was released, and then put her on a new term of supervised release for 1 year, essentially a prove-it term of supervised release. Show us that these violations were an anomaly. Show us that you can be responsible, continue to do so many of the things that you've done during the 5 years, but without the extracurriculars, essentially. So it's a great outcome for my client. She's not going into custody. She gets to continue to take care of the 5 children, ages 1 through 12. So she's got a lot on her plate. I wish her the best. I think she's going to do great, and I hope she proves me and the court right.